a brand new episode of Leveling Up with JC with the Shot. I'm super excited, as always, for a brand new episode. I've got a brand new guest to the show this week who I'm super excited to have a conversation with. She's probably going to make it super awkward, which is going to make it even more fun. Y'all can't hear her, but she's laughing in the background. She just finished up showing me her collection of Capri Sun that she's been drinking, so it's gonna be a great episode. So I want to welcome in Fluffy. Welcome. How's it going?
Good.
Good. I'm glad to hear that it's going good.
Yeah.
So introduce yourself a little bit. Like, who are you? What like what got you into gaming? All that fun stuff.
I used to play video games with my little brother, and then I got my own Xbox, I guess. Or no, I made my ex-boyfriend buy me an Xbox, and then I started playing Xbox. Yeah.
Love that. Love that. So like, how old were you when you first started playing games?
I don't know. I mean, it's always been there, even if it hasn't like it's been Xbox.
Hmm.
Uh, yeah. So I don't know. Since I was little, I guess.
You're killing me out here.
I don't know. I don't say.
Do you have like a memory of like your earliest game that you remember playing?
No.
No.
Um, no. I mean, we had the Xbox, like the regular first Xbox, I guess. That's probably first like real thing that we got that we were playing on. I think.
Okay. Okay. So started with Xbox. Can't remember which game that you started playing, but you know that your brother had an
We
Xbox.
had we had no, we had this neighbor. We had this neighbor, and he would like take games from the computer and put it on disc, like burn it down on the discs, and then we play those games on the disc. So
Huh. So he
it
would
could be
pirate.
anything.
So he would
Yep,
pirate games. Okay.
yep.
You just outed yourself as somebody who played pirated games. We love to see that. So FBI, if you're listening, you know who to come for.
But I mean, it wasn't me doing it, right? I was just playing it.
Okay.
He gave it to me. If
Yeah.
it said, I don't know, Lego Star Wars on it, it was Lego Star Wars. Like, what am I supposed to do about it?
You were an accomplice to the crime. Um,
Yeah, I did not know about the crime because I was like 10.
love that. So,
Yeah.
um, so Fluffy, your name is above your video. What is like? How did you get that name? Like, what made you change your name to Fluffy? To be honest, it's like Bits. That's how I'm gonna pronounce it. I know it's supposed to be bitch, but
Yeah.
Twitch obviously wouldn't allow that. So, what? How did you get that name?
Um, it was Fluffy Unicorn first,
Okay.
and it had like a bunch of numbers in it, and I was like, that's fucking ugly. So I tried to come up with something else, and it was like I didn't know what to put, and then my friend was like, "Yeah, you should put bitch in it." And at first I was gonna be like bitchy fluff or bitchy fluffy or something like that. I was like, nah, that looks fucking weird. So fluffy bitch, but then they didn't really like that either. So on Xbox it's Fluffy B instead because people kept reporting my fucking name because they fucking butt hurt when they get killed by a girl. So,
Hmm.
it'd be like that.
Yeah, we love that. We
Yeah. I
we
don't
love.
know. I feel like I'm in the middle. Like, I don't know what name I want to use.
Hmm.
But it's like a good name to use right now.
We uh we love misogyny in life and in video games. And kind of on that topic, I'm curious, like what has been, you mentioned like like guys don't like being killed by girls in video games. Like, what has your experience been? You know, being a woman in gaming. Like, what has your experience been with that?
Um, I mean, we got the simps on the one side, and then we got the people that hate girls that play video games on the other side. So there's no like in between. It's either one of the or another. You know,
So,
could be like that.
so what I'm hearing is that you're trying to raise a simp army.
No,
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 why not?
I don't need it.
You don't need it. Okay,
I
fair
don't
enough.
need it.
So like, obviously, simping isn't something that we've got into a lot in my podcast yet. And it's a topic that I think a lot of people have mixed feelings about. So where do you fall in the idealism of simping, and I guess like what simping stands for?
What simping stands for?
Yeah, where do you fall on that?
I mean, isn't there like a real definition? It's like a guy is like, trying to treat a girl really good so you can get laid.
I mean, yeah, I
Isn't that like the correct?
ultimately, I think that's the
But people,
idea.
yeah, but people have made it like if a guy is nice to a girl, he's simping. So.
What are your thoughts on that? That kind of evolution and just like the general thought, like if somebody comes into like a female streamer's chat and is nice to them, that he's like automatically simping.
That's what everyone else is gonna call him. Oh man. I feel like that. All simps are welcome in my chat, so
Is simping a bad thing?
um no, I guess not. I'd rather
Okay.
have someone being nice to me than fucking rude, right?
I mean, I think we all would, right? Like,
Right,
I
right.
think I think I, as weird as it sounds, am starting to form a simp army. Um,
Yeah.
which is funny to say because I think of all the times that I stream Fortnite and have my viewers and they're always like, oh, let's play creative, and then we get into creative and then they just like circle around me and it's like I can't breathe, in metaphorically speaking, but
Yeah.
it's developing a simp army is kind of fun. It's got some power to it. I mean, I will say that. And every time I've been in your chat, and I want to kind of switch into talking about streaming a little bit, but every time I come into your chat, you also have your simps, and obviously you have your tool bags that come into the chat, like you said, which is always fun because I enjoy trolling them as well. But like, what made you want to start streaming?
I mean, people have always like told me to stream, and I just like felt like I wanted to become like not good because I'm not good, but like at least decent. I don't know. I just felt like you shouldn't be like I don't know. I just wanted to like get into gaming before I like got into streaming, I
Hmm.
guess. I don't know. I don't know how to explain it.
That's fair. I mean, so I had a earlier episode where I talked with Kaylee about her journey in streaming and in gaming, and kind of this idea that there's such, I think, like a negative perception placed onto women in gaming and especially women in streaming, right? Like we always hear the idea of like titty streamers, right? Of people who stream and get viewers or um, whatever just because they decide that they want to show more skin than some other people. So what I don't know if you've ever thought about that, but like what is kind of your thoughts and opinions on how women show up in the streaming industry or what they decide to do on their stream? It was a long question.
All right, I don't remember the beginning of it. What was the question? What I think?
Yeah, like, what do you think? Like,
What do you mean? Like,
so do you think that um, women should be essentially persecuted for wanting to do like streams like Just Dance, or show cleavage, um,
if they should be allowed to or not?
yeah, like what do you think about that?
I mean, if they want to do it, then go for it. But like, why tell them not to?
Mm-hmm.
Like, just mind my own business.
Right. And I think too, and I'd like to hear your thoughts on this, is like, as a streamer, right? Like, you essentially are a business and you're running a business,
Mm-hmm.
in a sense. And whatever is gonna drive people to either come into your chat or your channel, um, donate, subscribe, whatever. Like, I think people are gonna do what they believe is gonna draw those people. And I'd kind of like to hear your thoughts on that. Like, what do you think about that? Do you think that's like smart? Do you think that's good for streaming as a whole?
I don't, I don't know what you mean.
So, let me think. So I think I don't know if you know who Amaranth is. Do you know who that is?
Mm.
Okay, so she's a streamer that will typically do like Just Dance streams,
Mm-hmm.
but she will wear like tight clothing, or wear revealing clothes, essentially to drive men to donate money or to subscribe to her channel.
Mm-hmm.
Like, do you think that streamers like that provide um, a
I
positive
mean,
image of streaming or women in streaming?
it's a like a different part of. Like everyone's, if you're into gaming, then there's gonna be a gaming side. If you're into that stuff, there's gonna be that. I don't
Mm-hmm.
know. If that's what they want to do, they can take advantage of it, make money off of it. Like why not?
Mm-hmm.
Like I can see what you mean too. Like that it puts like a bad picture on the rest or something like that, but at the same time, you're just doing your own thing, kind of.
Yeah, and I
I
mean,
don't know.
and I don't disagree with that. I again, I think it's obviously preference, of how you want to put yourself, out there and run your quote unquote business. And at the same time, like, people need to mind their own business. Like, what works for one person might not work for another, and I think we see that especially in
Yeah, and
gaming.
then if you want to try like what she's doing, because she's doing better, then you can do that too. Like,
Hmm. Yeah,
mm.
absolutely. Um, I
I'd
do
rather
agree with that.
support than hate on someone else because they're doing better than me. Is see and learn, right?
Yeah, I mean, I like that approach. And that's why I think, it's big for especially smaller streamers to do networking to get to that point. Because you build each other up in a sense, and obviously, like, these people that are at the top of the streaming platform are making millions,
Yeah,
so they're doing something right.
right.
And I can't fault them for that. Like, do your thing, live live your life, make that money, get that bread. That's the biggest
Mhm.
part, I think.
Yeah.
So one of the reasons that I wanted to bring you on, because I think it'd be a super interesting conversation to have, and I'd love to hear kind of um, some points about this. And I know that I talked to you about this prior to the episode. Is, what does gaming look like? You know, outside of the U.S. Like, what have you noticed? Obviously being in Sweden, like, have you noticed a big difference in um, gaming? I know that you play a lot of your games on North American servers. Um, but what does that look
Mm,
like for you? What have you noticed, if there's any differences?
I mean, if you go on my servers, it's gonna be like kids from fucking what do you call it? Like Midwest. They're from like, and they're just gonna scream in fucking different languages. Cause like over here we don't have English as the like priority one
Hmm.
language. So I guess that's something. Mm, I don't know. Pretty much the same, I guess.
What
Oh, I don't know.
so what makes you like play on NA servers? Like what? Why
Because
NA?
friends, my friends play there.
Do you not have friends in Sweden?
No. Why would I want to have friends here?
Free healthcare? I don't know.
I don't. Yeah, okay, but do I have to like the people here? No.
Oh,
I
other
have like
people,
two friends.
the people not great in Sweden? Oh, I've been lied to all my
And
life.
dude, the Swedish boys ain't shit.
Okay.
When you tried to date an American boy, like, Swedish boys are whack. Not good.
Good. Okay, okay, y'all. You heard that here first.
Yep.
Guys in the U.S. are better
Bro,
than guys in Sweden.
you can ask anyone. I swear to God.
We will have that conversation on another episode. 'Cause, I'm curious, or we'll just have that offline because I'm curious to know why you believe that.
Why? Yeah,
We
okay.
love to see it. We love to see it.
Yep.
Um, so obviously, you've started streaming and you're developing a community, but like, what's your hope to like what's your goal with streaming?
Um, to have fun.
To have
I
fun?
don't know.
Is it is it not something that
I
you want to
used,
do full time, or is that
I mean, if it would come to that point, I guess, yeah. But I'm not gonna like, stop working, just do it full time and think I'm gonna become great right away.
hmm,
Right now, I just feel like it's something that makes me feel good. Like I told you, I was,
yeah.
psycho hours. And then I got on stream and everyone is like nice and you have fun and it's it's a great vibe, I guess. So it's just making me feel good, you know?
So for you, it's more of an emotional release. It seems like it provides you um, satisfaction to know that you have people in your community that are going to make things more enjoyable. Which I think
Yeah.
is a lot of like the reasons why people start streaming because they want to share that time with them. And I just
Mhm.
heard your ePal notification go off. Um, um,
Don't worry about it.
wow, just called her out in the middle of my podcast. We'd love to see that. Um, so like obviously, I think this kind of goes hand in hand with your last answer, but like what keeps you coming back day in and day out with streaming, with gaming?
Mm. I don't know. I don't have to think about my normal life when I play games, I guess. Stop being sad for a little bit. No, just kidding. I don't know. It's like I told you, it's just fun. I don't know. Play because I think it's fun. If you don't think it's fun, then why are you gonna do it?
Yeah, I mean that makes sense. Do what you
Right?
love, and if you love what you're doing, you're not gonna work a day in your life. That's what they say. Um,
Yeah, I heard that.
I'd hope you'd heard that. So what's next? What's the next move for you? Obviously you said you're doing it for fun, but any thoughts of like doing YouTube? Doing like expanding what you're doing further.
Mm, yeah, I've been thinking about like starting making clips and shit. I don't know if I'm ready like for YouTube though. But I've been posting a little. Maybe start by like posting a little bit on TikTok or something, and then we'll see. We'll see.
Okay. I mean, TikTok is huge. I mean,
Yeah,
obviously, like
right.
everybody, I feel like knows that. Um, and I feel like that's a good place to start because so many people are going to see it, right? Um,
Yeah.
YouTube, I think, is one of those things that I'm still trying to figure out how it works and how to draw people. But TikTok, you could just overnight, get millions of
Yeah.
views, which is crazy. So if you need an editor, let me know. I got you. I got you.
Thanks.
So anything that aside from streaming that you're doing that you're kind of working on in your life, or anything that you want to kind of promote, as we kind of start to close out the episode.
Um, Something else I'm working on. What do you mean?
Like any projects you're working on that you're like, this is super cool. This is what I'm doing, or are you just
Um,
chilling, playing games, doing
John
e-pal
playing games,
orders.
doing e-file orders. Yeah. I don't know. I'm just chilling for the rest of the summer before probably start working in the fall again.
We love that. We love going back to work. Um, so you all can see her socials underneath her video. Catch her on Twitch as well. I feel like she streams pretty much every night for the most part. If you're in the US, she is 6 hours ahead. So if you're trying to watch her, keep that in mind. That was real interesting trying to schedule this because I was like, man, what 8 o'clock her time? Like what time is that for me? 2 o'clock. I obviously can't math very well. But Fluffy, I do want to thank you for spending some of this time with me. I know that you were super nervous coming into it, and you're like, I don't know how I'm gonna answer any of these questions. Um,
I don't know. I don't know.
I think I think you did fine.
Okay,
You did
thanks.
say I don't know, and maybe we'll have an I don't know counter on this episode to see where you were at. But like I said, I appreciate you spending this time, kind of talking about where you've been and what streaming looks like for you, and that Swedish boys ain't shit.
Yeah.
So
Let them know.
more things you learn every single day. So if you enjoyed this video and the entire awkwardness that this conversation was, feel free to like, share, and comment down below. And if you could hit that subscribe button, it would mean a lot. Trying to get to 100 subs here on YouTube as well. So until next week, where we have a brand new guest as well, I'm bringing my buddy Derek on to talk about his journey in gaming, followed by a brand new guest the following week. So we got guests galore for the next few weeks. So thanks for hanging out, and we will see you next Friday.